Hello, one and all. Welcome to today's reading. We're going to read from the Dungeons & Dragons Monster Manual, Core Rulebook 3, version 3.5. Do a little bit of a close-up there for you. Core Rulebook, Monster Manual, version 3.5. Now we're going to open up to a random page. I'm going to adjust this a little bit here. Right about there, keep it in view. Take the book and move it just a slightly just like this. Grab a thick stack. And we're going to turn. And I don't like this choice. So we're going to continue. I don't like this choice either. Let us continue. The Shield Guardian looks like it is created by a magic user of whatever type you'd like, can study and create a golem. That's what this is. And apparently this is a Shield Guardian. It's a large construct with a hit dice of 15 D10, or an average of 112 hit points. It has an initiative of +0. It's got a speed of 30 feet, or 6 squares. It's got an armor class of 24, -1 size, I guess, whatever that might be. You get -1 to hit because of how large it is, I'm guessing. +15 natural. It's got touch 9, flat-footed 24. These are all different armor classes. Very complicated. Good stuff. It's got a base attack grapple of +11, +21. Wow. It's got an attack of slam that does +16 melee. It's 1d8 +6. Now, for those that don't know, what that means is 1 8-sided dice +6. It's got a full attack of 2 slams +16. 1d8 +6. Wow. It's got a reach of 10 feet for each arm. 10 feet, 10 feet. Okay. I suppose if you're very crafty, you could probably extend those arms to reach out longer than 10 feet. If your DM will allow it. I don't see a problem with that, but it would probably change a few more attributes like the center of gravity and all that. These are very important when creating one of these with different materials. It's important to stick to what works, okay? It's got a special qualities. It's a construct. It's got traits of dark vision of 60 feet. It's got fast healing, oh yeah, of 5. It's got find master, which means it'll find the creator. It'll guard the creator. It's got a low light vision. It's got shield. It's got other spell storing. Whoa, nice. There's its saving throws: a fortitude +5, reflex +5, will +5. Abilities: strength 22, dexterity 10, constitution, intelligence. Doesn't have it listed there. Apparently, even though it does have hit points, constitution does not apply for this. So if anything that has to do with constitution, that you may have magic items or spells that affect constitution, it doesn't even work on this construct. Where was I? Oh yes, wisdom of 10 and a charisma of 1. Okay. Environment, any. Organization, solitary. It's got a challenge rating of 8. I think challenge rating means like a group of 8th level adventurers would have a challenge against this. Like, let's say 2 to 5, 4 to 6, between 3 and 5. We'll say about 4, a group of like 4 to 6 adventurers, level 8, would have a good fun time against this. I think that's what that means. Alignment, always neutral. Advancement, you can go up. You can go all the way up to a large hit dice one with 45 hit dice. Huge. Large would be 25 hit dice, and large would be anywhere between 16 to 24 to 25. all the way up to huge of 45 hit dice. Can you imagine that? Level adjustment. I guess that's to be determined. Oh, look at this. Look at this. That's a cool illustration of a skeleton. This picture right here inspired a lot of my artwork that I draw, that I've drawn over the years. This illustration right here. I've had this book, I'd say, for about 30 plus years. So yeah, you can extrapolate from there if you'd like. Let's continue, just turning different pages here. Here we got the blue slod, and the slod is spelled S-L-A-A-D. Excuse me. It's a large outsider, chaotic extraplanar. It's got a hit dice of 32, 8d8 plus 32, or it's giving you a recommendation of 68 hit points, but it could have more than that. That's just an average. It's got an initiative of +2. It's got a speed of 30 feet. It's got an armor class of 20. And then it's got other armor class listings here, all the way down to the description. This hulking creature looks like a strapping, blue-skinned humanoid toad, as big as an ogre, with almost no neck and a massive flat head. It is bipedal, with clawed hands and feet. It has weird-looking, bony hooks and back on the backs of its hands. It has weird-looking bony hooks on the backs of its hands. Blue slot-eye gather to wage horrific battles against other societies and their own. They are bullies that value on strength and power. A blue slide is about 10 feet tall and very broad. It weighs about 1,000 pounds, or about some kilograms. You want to divide that by 2.2. That's how many kilograms that would be. 2.2 and then another decimal point. That's close enough. As its name suggests, a blue slod is mostly blue, darker along the back, and paler around the belly. Blue slod are most often found in groups and work well together, at least better than red slods do, or slot eye. If you're referring to more than one slad, you call them a slot eye, apparently. And then there's different types of slat eye. Let me just get the book adjusted here just so you can see. Do a little close-up picture right there. Pretty cool, huh? Let's turn the page to, let's say, well, we want to get the candle back in view, because that's cool looking. There. That's cool looking. We want to just oh yeah, we got to back that up. There, whoop, there we are. Looking good, looking good. Just like so. Good. Okay, let's turn to a page here. Ooh, here we go. The Yantai Society, or lizard folk of some sort. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. The Yantai are descended from humans whose bloodline have been mingled with those of snakes. The evilness, cunning, and ruthlessness are legendary. Yantai consistently, once again I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. Yantai constantly scheme to advance their own dark agendas. They are calculating and suave enough to form, I think that's the way, it's S-U-A-V-E, and suave enough to form alliances with other evil creatures when necessary, but will always put their own agendas first. All Yantai possess some snake-like features, and many have snake-like body parts. Yantai speak their own language, plus common, draconic, and abyssal. Combat. Yantai are geniuses and fight as such. They plan elaborate traps and utilize their surroundings superbly in combat, preferring ambushes and direct confrontations. They also prefer ranged attacks and spells than to melee combat. Ranged attacks and spells, that's what they prefer. They're deadly then. that's all they prefer, can you imagine just an army of them, of just archers or an army of casters, or a combination thereof. It's all ranged. Whoa! That's when it gets real powerful, when you get a ton of range together. Whew! I tell you, one time I was a dwarf in a party. I was a dwarf fighter, naturally, with 7 other party members. There was 8 of us, and they were all ranger archers except myself. And we were fighting giant hill giants, and before I could even get close to them with my battle axe, the giants were already dead from all the arrows that had penetrated. And as a dwarf, I'm hauling my ass as a dwarf barbarian, using my dwarf speed, and I still couldn't get there in time. And that was real in an adventure. Yeah. Where was I? In a mixed group, the least valuable and powerful attack first. This means that the purebloods go before the half-bloods, which go before the abominations. Okay. The group leader may order particular members forward before others if that makes for better strategy. And then it's got different types of things you can talk about here, and But let's continue. Let's find another thing to talk about here. This is the different references. I think this is the end of the illustrations. It's just mostly just talking about I think this is like the appendix for this book. And let us. Oh, here we go. A 2-headed ogre. Those are always fun to talk about. Maybe we'll talk about in another episode. But one thing I forgot to do was talk about one of the most important things you should always do before you open and read a book is to read the very first beginning pages and just take a moment to let it sink in. This is a part of reading the book, which I was taught, is just to read and say, take a look at it. See, look. This book has many different references. It's got credits written in very neat writing, painstakingly taped to look like a work of art. It's got a table of contents with an alphabetical listing of all monsters so far when this book was written for a campaign. And then, of course, you can make your own monsters as long as they're appropriate and not overpowered. Whatever. Or you can make a monster so incredibly overpowered that they're impossible to kill, which I believe there's only one in the whole entire realm that can never ever be killed. It will always find a way to resurrect. And for the life of me, I can't remember what that monster is. It's a unique, only a one-of-a-kind monster. You probably know the name of it. You probably could tell me in the comments. Oh gosh, I wish I could remember. I'll have to save that for another episode. So yeah, so when it's got the introduction. This Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game, the game that defines the genre that has set the standard for fantasy role-playing for more than 30 years since the printing of this book. So add another like 30 to 40 years, and then you've got like 70 years of content, of lore, backing this up. And all the other copycats that were inspired, and I don't mean copycats in a light way as a form of trying to put them down. It's almost like a term of endearment in this case because of the inspiration that this book and the game itself gave to so many future type games in this genre. Yes, it's that magical. Yes. Then it's got different types of treasure, alignment, challenge ratings. You see, here's the challenge rating. This shows the average level of party adventures for which one creature would make an encounter for moderate difficulty, assuming party of 4 fresh characters. There you go. I said 6. I was off by a couple, but even I think 6, I think you're going to be okay. 4, though, is the recommended minimum for a challenge rating, apparently. Then it's got your skills, level adjustment, different feats for the monsters. It's got everything here. And then it starts with the very first one on the list is the Obeleth. And the very last one on the list, if we look at the table of contents, is the Zombie. Oh yeah. Hope you've enjoyed this reading today. Dungeons and Dragons Monster Manual. Core Rulebook 3, version 3.5. Hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching.